All right, so this video is for the Wen scroll saw, and it's going to be model 39. I've had quite a few requests about getting things set up and showing you guys how to set up for a pinless blade. So this is what Wen is sending now. They do have older models where they have a different setup, but I'm assuming that you're buying a new Wen scroll saw, and you need to know, how do I set up for pinless blades? Number one, I believe Wen is using this as an afterthought. I don't think that their intention is for you to use pinless blades, although they do have a solution for you. So this is what they send you. These are the two pieces that you need in order to use their pinless setup. They do send you a pin blade, which is not very good quality, and a pinless blade, which is also not of the greatest quality. I personally use Olsen scroll saw blades. I do have links to those. It's one of the ways that you can support my channel is using the links, and I get a commission from Amazon at no extra charge to you. So back to the demo. Basically what's going to happen is the finished product is going to go in like this. There's a hook underneath your saw that will hook into this little arm, and then there's a hook on top, and basically it's just tension that's keeping those two things in place. Again, not my favorite system, but that's what they're doing. They give you an Allen wrench or a hex key, whatever you want to call it. I personally think that this is a bit tedious to use. I would recommend buying something like this. It's going to give you a lot less headaches. I also have a link to this to Amazon, so buy it if it is helpful to you. Otherwise, if you're just going to use what Wen gives you, basically what you're going to do is you're going to select a side to loosen this set screw on. And I'm a righty, so I'm just loosening on the right-hand side. My recommendation, so that this has a little longevity, the side that you are not going to loosen and tighten, I would put some Loctite on it. So just my thinking. I'm going to send this one up for my bottom. Same style here. I am going to loosen this piece right here. And then I'm going to take my Olsen scroll saw blade. I'm going to look at the tooth direction. Remember that teeth always point down. And I'm going to slide this into this top slot. And I slide it so it is just barely in. Again, tedious process. So this part is just barely in. I personally hold it here like this. I start to tighten. And I tighten this as tight as humanly possible. That's why I like the T-handled wrench, because I think it works better for getting it really, really tight, which is necessary. So this guy is incredibly tight. Now I do the same exact process on the top. I'm going to slide this in so that it just goes through the opening and not going all the way out. You can see it coming out right now. We do not want that. You won't have enough blade to hook this up to your saw if you go that far. So now I'm holding this again and tightening it up. And I would define this as wicked tight. It is tight as I'm capable of without stripping out this set screw. So the next part is over to the scroll saw. So I am assuming that you know how to take out a blade on the Wen scroll saw. This is a pin blade that is currently in there. So I am going to remove that. I'm also going to remove this throat plate so that you guys can get a better view of what I am doing. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just checking the teeth on my blade. I know this is a little blurry, but basically what I want to do is I want to hook this part down here that I'm wiggling with my fingers down on this little arm right here. So what I'm going to do is thread that thing down and hook it onto that bottom piece. Then I'm going to basically do the exact same thing up here, and for this I got to put my other handheld light down. I'm going to push down here and hook that on the top. Last thing to do would be put tension back on your blade and test that tension to make sure it is at the amount that you want. After you've put your throat plate in, you're ready to start cutting. So that is changing pinless blades on the Wen scroll saw model 3920. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. If it did, be sure to subscribe below. Be sure to share my video.